What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Shomer Show. So today I want to cover my bug out bag. Oh yeah, Bob. Oh yeah. All right, guys. So once you see what I have as my bug out bag, you're gonna be like, holy crap, that's way too much weight. That's way too much stuff. But let me explain to you my thoughts on it and my opinion around my bug out bag and the fact that it's kind of a modular system. I also will be covering a few things. This could be a really long video or it might be broken up into little segments, essentially, part 1, part 2. Also, I want to cover my bug out guns. In fact, let me go ahead and get through my bug out guns right after the intro.
AR-15, this is the
Alright guys, so first thing I want to cover is the guns I would take with me. Now these aren't going to be the perfect guns, these aren't going to be the battle guns, these are going to be the guns that I think would work for me, my family, for a more common situation, things like that. And I'll tell you the reason I chose these guns, okay? So first thing, this is going to be one of the guns that goes with me. I'll take 2 guns with me. It's going to be my Heritage Rough Rider, and it's a 6-shot single action revolver. And the second gun that is going to go with me is going to be the Henry Lever Action 22. Now this is chambered in shorts, longs, and long rifle. So again, the reason I chose these guns, first of all, got a rifle, got a revolver. The ammo is plentiful. You can carry a ton of it. 500 rounds of 22 is so easy to carry. The ammo feeds both guns, so there's another reason. I will also carry these guns because of the way my bug out bag setup is. So I'll explain to you my reasoning for the guns and my bug out bag setup here shortly. So stick with me. Alright, so let's go ahead, bring the camera down. I'm going to do the best I can to show you guys all of the stuff that I'm going to plan on carrying with me. Now, this setup weighs like 45 pounds, okay? It's a 45-pound setup. I know that's a lot of weight, but you have to consider who I'm carrying for. I'm not gonna go bug out all by myself. I've got a wife and I've got a baby. So, my wife is gonna probably have to carry the baby, so we're gonna have to switch or something. So, I will have to carry most of the gear. So while she has the diaper bag with all of the bug out baby stuff and the baby, I'm going to be carrying the stuff for me and her. And the things that I'm carrying for me and her will also be for our child. Essentially, what I want to be done with this kit is I can grab this kit, put it on, throw it in my truck, whatever happens. If for some reason we have to separate, go different directions, whatever, I want to be able to create a kit where each person can be on their own and be just fine. So that's the reason for the guns as well. So let's dive into this modular bug out bag. Alright guys, so there's, you know, essentially the bag. Then there is like a bedroll essentially. The way I set this up is the bedroll has plenty of stuff in it for shelter, you know, all of the sustainable items that you need. Okay, and it's a little bit more tool heavy. And then 2, on the bag, kind of a similar thing. You've got shelter setups and things like that. I'll break each of them open, and this is kind of why I'm calling it a modular setup. Now it's not full-on modular, but the fact that it's kind of 2-in-1, you could separate the kits, use the bedroll as your own, and then the bag as well on your own. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and separate them, and then go dive in a little deeper to each kit. One of the first things that I keep in there is a Husqvarna forest axe or a boy's axe or something like that, whatever you want to call it. This is a really, really great axe. I mean, hand forged, great blade. I mean, it's just a wonderful axe. And it came with this little sheath. If you know anything about wool blankets, they pick up a ton of everything. This is 2 wool blankets. Kind of goes back to I'm not going to be alone, so there are 2 here. But I also like having 2 wool blankets on my own as well. This is just one shelter half, okay? It's not the set, and it's also not got the poles. I feel poles are fairly easily recreated, but also you can set this up without poles. You don't need that, you just need trees. So this is the shemagh, or whatever they call them. All right. So again, this is my bedroll. This is the one I like to throw in my truck when we're planning on going out to the woods or whatever, just in case, all that sort of thing. Okay, we'll kind of go over what all's in here. It doesn't seem like much. Kind of focus more on the shelter and things like that. Okay, so everyone's seen a shemagh. This is nothing fancy, you know, just a shemagh. So I'm going to set that over there to the side. I've got, I don't even know how much paracord, but okay, so the way I do this is I set up my paracord ahead of time with Prusik or Prusik, however you want to say it, knots already ready to go, so I can set up my shelter half quickly. Particularly, that is what that is for. Now this is just kind of extra. I'm trying to think here. So of course I've got stakes and things like that. Again, you can recreate these things, but sometimes the dirt in Oklahoma can be a little bit hard. So I do like to have the stakes with me. I think it's worth it having it. And again, extra cordage there. Okay, now compass. This is not a very expensive compass, but it is solid metal. And you know, it's a decent compass. So then I just have the Baco Laplander. This is a really good saw. I mean, they're not lying. Then I have a life straw here. I don't use it, and the only reason I don't use it is because you know, they're only good for so many gallons. It's several gallons. I do think that that's a necessity. Have a way for filtration. Bush HD, which is a great knife. You can do a lot just with this knife. It's a really good knife. I love this knife, and it's really pretty too. And I don't really wear this as a neck knife. I don't find it comfortable to wear a neck knife. But you know, when you're out in the woods and stuff just jacking around, then you know, it's kind of a nice little thing. You can wear it around your neck or put it on your belt. But actually, you know, I need to clean this thing. So I probably won't roll this back up for a little bit. I'm going to clean these knives off. So that's my backup blade. I keep just different things in here. So there's just like some tea and stuff. It's kind of like pharmaceutical tea, things like that. Then I've got, of course, the spoon fork combination. Got a lighter. Oh yeah, my fishing kit's in here too. So just some jigs, some lightweight test. This actually comes with the with this kit as well. So you got that. So this actually, all this stuff here was in here. So breaking this back down a little bit. So there's the lid to the pot. And then it's like a little cup thing, which actually, you know, I thought this was kind of gimmicky and stuff, but it actually comes in really, really handy, like when you're making coffee and things like that. So, you know, it's kind of a nice little thing to have, to be honest with you. This also comes with the, I haven't used any of these purposefully because I'm, you know, trying to save them, but you can use this as tinder, and then you also have this little aluminum, or I'm sorry, this little metal container here to make char cloth if you want to make it in there. But too, you can make char cloth with
There's still water in here from my last outing. That's funny. So that is also a free space for water. That's why I like this, is because I can boil water in that pot. I want to be able to have the ability to boil in one thing and transfer it into another to contain. Okay, so this is a really good cook kit. I really like this kit. So here's a little pot. Yay. And then of course the lid fits snugly on here, you know, so it's not going to fall off. It's got some measurements on the inside. Also, this container is the exact amount, when you fill it all the way up, to put your chlorine in your, you know, to purify water, as far as chemically purify water. It's the perfect size. So that is another good benefit to that. So this, boom, then there's your little cook setup. So you just build a fire, put that in the fire, put this on top of there, boom, boiling water, you're good to go. That is my camping slash bug out bag slash whatever you want to call it kit. That's the one that I detach a lot from that bag, and I use this one frequently. That's why my system is modular, because I don't have, you know, money to throw away and keep several kits in several places. If I want to go out and practice bushcraft and camp and have a good time, I've got to use the items that I use for my bug out bag as well. So that is why this kit is like this, is because I got to practice, you know, I mean, or otherwise you don't develop skills and knowledge and things like that. So that's why my system is set up the way it is. So now I'm going to go ahead and break the other bag down and show you the things in there. Alright guys, so that's my bug out bag. That's kind of the way I'm thinking. I mean, there's always ways to improve, so feel free to leave that in the comments below. Sorry guys for the length of this thing. I might cut it down, I'm not really sure. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked this video. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And as always,